started. First part of the webinar, we're going to be learning the 2.0 that you're all excited about. And then second part of the webinar, we're going to be learning the new compounding strategy. I guess I wouldn't really call it compound. It's more of a money management strategy. It's very smart. It's safe. Saves you from blowing your account even in huge losses. You'll still be in profit. Like always, use the text chat to convey any questions or comments that you have, and I'll see it there. Until then, we're just going to let everybody fill in. What's up, you guys? I'm probably going to let it get past 20 or 25 people, and then we'll get started. All right, so we're at 20 people. I'll slowly start, and if anyone really misses it, then it's fine because the site is going up shortly after this, probably this weekend, and the video will be on there. It should be recorded and good to go. Hold on just a second. All right, so let's get started. Like I said, if anyone misses it, then it's going to be on the site, which is probably going up this weekend. You're all going to have back offices and everything, so it should be fun. Sorry I sound so tired, but I just woke up. I'm on that nocturnal grind. Let me go over to my screen share. Okay. So I'm going to show you how to set this up. Let's go to a new chart, Euro USD. So you should already know from the other webinar how to set up regular spider method. As you already know, we also have the custom indicators in the group. A couple of them, the stochastic alert, and you have the Heikin-Ashi net change. Those aren't needed, but hold on just one second. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. I'm on the phone with my camera guy. He's recording this for all of you. Let me check the chat really quick. Yep, we're recording. All right, so back to it. So you all know how to set up Spider. You already have the custom indicators like the stochastic alert and the Hikinashi or Hikinashi net change in the group. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to Euro USD, go to M1, go to our regular template and the spider method. So this is the regular spider method. This is obviously with the two custom indicators that I gave you. Now from here, what you're going to do is you are going to go up here to indicators. Then you're going to go to trend. You're going to go to moving average. Once you're on moving average, you do a period of 6, do a shift of 0, simple close. I like it aqua. And yeah, all this is fine. So 6, shift of 0, MA method simple, apply to close, style is aqua. We'll just apply that. So now you can see the aqua line on your screen. Go to moving average again. Go to 14. And I like this one to be more yellow or gold, I guess. Everything else is the same except for you changing the period to 14. Then you press OK. So this is what you have on your screen. Once you have this, you're going to save the template. This is the only thing really extra that you have. Obviously, on these other templates, I have the custom indicators from Mark, which he will be able to give to you guys at a low monthly rate if you want the convenience of having the indicators. But I'm showing you how to do it without the new custom indicators, but I really recommend getting these new ones because you can just do it at the press of a button. And also his new alerts are much, much more accurate than the Stoke alerts, even though the Stoke alerts are amazing as well. So you have your moving averages on there. Save your template as whatever you want to save it as. Doesn't matter. And this is going to be 2.0. So let me explain the rules of how this is going to work. First of all, is everybody keeping up? I don't mind if you're keeping up on the computer, if you're just keeping up mentally, if you're just taking notes, that's fine. I just want to make sure that everybody's understanding what to do so far. So just type in yes if you are understanding. Good. Okay, let's continue. And if any of you missed this, it's fine. It's all going on the site. And the site should be released this weekend. The MAs are 6 and 14, simple MAs. Yep, just 6 and 14. So share the screen again, no problem. See these new spider alerts right here. 680 USD. Let's go over here. And it tells you when things are setting up. It's fun. I'm going to try to find a live setup for you guys. And if I can't, then we will just use an older setup. See. Not seeing many setups right now. Okay. Let's just say this. So you see down here how there's like the normal spider method. There's shown resistance. There's double wicks that come down. That could be the web. And then you have double wicks, obviously, that go up. So around this line, you're looking to take trades that go up, right? So when you apply the moving averages, what you're looking for is absolutely not this. So what you want to happen is so this right here with the moving averages, a good sign not to trade is when the moving averages are parallel. So as you see, they're both going down in a diagonal form. None of them is outrunning the other. They're both parallel, so you're not going to be wanting to take trades in this area. It's too risky. Whereas you would have one, it's just a little bit too risky to take these trades. And this closes the gap of accuracy from 95% to almost 100%. So this is going to give you that missing 5% that my method doesn't have. So let's see if we can scroll back. Okay. So let's go up here. So this is what you want to see. You see how the yellow is outrunning the blue, and then there's a curve up here. What Chris calls this formation right here is a belly. I just call it a curve. But what you want is for a spider setup to follow all the rules of the previous spider, but you want it to form on top of the curve while it's starting to curve down. That's exactly where you want your spider setup to be. If you take a spider up there, it's very, very, very hard to lose that spider. It's incredibly hard to lose it. What this also does is it makes you wait, and it makes you be more patient, because instead of just taking it right out of the gate, if there's a spider in the first two candles, it's not going to be curved enough for you to take it in the first two candles, so you're going to have to wait. Let's see. Okay, so you see how this setup right here, the moving averages are going up, and it didn't start to turn horizontal. It didn't start to curve around until about this candle. So usually, you'd be tempted to take something maybe around here, and that's a lot of mistakes I'm seeing you guys make because the wicks aren't reaching at all. But if you were to take it right here, it would have been a close win, if not a loss, on this next candle. So what this does is it makes you wait until it's going flat or until it's curving around to take it way out here to take your spider. Does that make sense? I'm going to check the chat just really quick. Yep, there you go. Yeah, of course. So you trade on the curve, you trade on the shark fin, you trade on the belly, you trade on whatever you want to call it. You make sure that your spider setup is there. You make sure your moving averages aren't touching or aren't running parallel when you take the trade. Let's see. Okay. You see how this yellow moving average is coming down. So right here, it was still coming down. Like before this line, if you look at anything before this line right here, it was still coming down. So you're not going to take it on this double wick here, or really even this double wick right here. You're going to keep on waiting until it's confirmed to be curving around, confirmed to be flat, and you might take it on this one up here. You want your spider trade to be sitting on top of that curve. Let's see if I can find another setup. Right here, it's starting to slow down, showing resistance. Right here, there's more resistance. Right here, there's a double wick. And right here at the very end of the curve where there's a definite curve. I mean, these two are touching, so it would have been an iffy trade. But that's the kind of curve you want your trade to be sitting on. So if you took one right here, it still wins by a landslide. You want your trade to be sitting on top of the curve and not on flat moving averages or moving averages that are parallel. So right here, moving averages are moving up. You're not taking it anywhere here. You're not taking anywhere here, which would have lost. You're not taking anywhere here, but here it started to be flat, right? So here you take it, boom, you win. Here you take it, boom, you win. Here they're coming close, so you probably end your trading. That's the great thing about these moving averages. It tells you when you can keep on trading as long as there's a curve and they're not touching, they're not going parallel yet. But if they start going parallel, or they start touching, that's when you know to end your trading. So you can start hitting multiple trades in an area until these start to touch or until these start to go too flat and too parallel, and then you just stop trading. Whereas my method just says take one win and move on. Let's see. Auto scroll off. Okay, so it's not really a double wick because the bottom wick wasn't long enough, but you see how it's on the curve. You see how it's no longer going down. It's starting to curve upwards. So this double wick is technically on the curve. So if you took it right there, you win all the way up there by 2 pips. See right here, these candles come up here, shows resistance, shows a double wick. So any of these double wicks on this curve, you see how they're on top of this curve. You take this, you win by a lot. You take this, you win by a lot. You take this, and you win all the way down here. And they're on the curve, and the moving averages haven't touched it. So you could have hit 3 wins in a row. And then once these moving averages start to touch, you end your trading, and that's it. Do you have any questions so far? Just type your questions in the chat. Let me know. Okay. Remember, always have to enter your web as a double wick. So this still follows the rules of Spider 1. It just gives you more opportunities and it gives you more definition on when to stop trading. Averages. So let me show you the averages. And Tim, if you missed this, don't worry, the video is going to be posted up in the site, which is releasing this weekend, I believe. So how I got the averages is you go to your indicators, you go to trend, and you go to moving average. Moving averages are 6 and 14, and they're simple moving averages. See these moving averages going down. You're not getting faked out because it's not curving around yet. It's going down, down, down. Double wick right there. Starts to curve around. So any of these 2 double wicks, they would have won by a lot. You trade on that curve. You trade your spider when it's curving around. Let me check the chat really quick. Oh, let me tell you guys the best part of this. Let me show you. So you're following all these rules, right? You're following the Spider 1 rules. Make sure you draw your webs right. And you're following the moving averages. You're only trading on the curves. As long as you have these moving averages up, you can ignore liquidity and you can ignore news. They don't matter anymore as long as you're trading with these rules. So you can trade all day, all night, whenever you want to. This frees you from the restriction of liquidity and news. Because when they come together, Sean, they can shoot up in any direction. It can reverse on itself. There's a lot of things that it can do that's unpredictable. But let me show you why you trade when it curves around. All right. So we find one. If I can find one. Anyways, we can just go back to one of these other ones. Okay. So what causes this curve is when these come down, these things pushing up cause it to bend and cause it to start to curve. So it curves around, and this causes the curve that you're wanting to trade on. So this one, when it shot up, it caused it to bend a little bit. This one, when it shot up, it caused it to bend and curve even more. So what's so great about this is when it's curving, it's up here, and it's pretty much all the way curved because 2 candles made it bend. So what this has to do for you to take it is to come back into this zone, which will be in the curve, and then you take it. It basically almost exits the stochastic and then comes back in. So you're swiping it for one last time before it shoots off in its new direction. Let me go to another chart. Let's see. Okay. So I just took the Heiken off really quick just to see what happened here. So these candles were okay. This candle came down and created the curve, and this candle came down too, but it says that it shot all the way back up here. So when it came back to the zone, it already exited the zone and it came back to the zone as a double wick. That caused the curve, that caused you to take the trade, and that caused this landslide win here of 7 pips or 70 micros. Let me check the chat really quick. Doesn't matter what MA crosses over or under. No, it doesn't. Yeah. Yep. Exactly. Different colors then? No, absolutely not. I just like it. It's aesthetic. It looks good. That's it. All right. So, we're still going with this meeting. Just answer any questions that anybody has. And then what we're going to do is part 2 for this meeting. We're going to do another link after this expires. And I'm going to introduce Chris to all of you, for those of you who haven't met him, and he's going to go over the new money management plan. It's very safe at first. It doesn't risk any much of your account, but it also builds a nice pocket for you to have so that you're trading out of profit and you're not trading out of your pocket. So once you have your profit set up and once it's blocked off from the rest of your account, it becomes very, very aggressive and you start gaining profit very, very fast. So the further apart the MA, the better. Absolutely. Well, they can be little babies, but either one. It really depends on how big the candles are and how big the MA gap is going to be. 2.0 method or 1.0. His does both, and it's amazing because when it goes off on the alerts, it's almost always a spider. It doesn't waste my time at all. It's not just the 90 or the 10 cross, it's the spider's setup, basically. So I can just take the trade. Yeah, the 1.0 is amazing. When will it drop? Whenever Mark is ready. Let's make it very clear. You do not need the indicators that he's putting out. But on the same note, they are very, very fun to have, and they make it a lot easier so you don't have to stare at your screen all day. Yeah, of course. Let me go over the setup again. See if I can find another setup anyways. Okay, so right here, there's no curve yet, no curve yet. Here's the curve. It starts to go flat and starts to point around. So spider is already obviously set up. You can take it right here, boom. 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 That's 4 wins in a row before the moving averages start to touch. Moving averages start to touch. You stop trading, and surprise, it shoots up even more. This is where you begin to stop trading. You see how it was coming down and starting to touch each other. That's the signal for you to stop. And that's good because it shot all the way up and then made an entirely new zone. It's unconfirmed, but this may get rid of the need to use the 90 and the 10 as well. Not so much like get rid of it, but get rid of the rule of it dragging. Like when it makes a new zone, you can potentially take more trades. Does that make sense to everybody? Okay. Holding and images are bouncing together, but you have nice double setups. Well, that's on you. But according to 2.0, if the MAs are just bouncing around and intertwining with each other, you're not trading. Could I stop and then take trades in the other direction? You can take trades in the other direction if it goes in the other direction on the stochastic. Yeah. Yeah, he's making, or he already made an indicator that tells you when a spider is setting up. 2.0 launch. This is 2.0. This means that you do not have to look at liquidity. You do not have to look at news. These are the indicators. You don't have to worry about any of that. You can trade all day. Yep, absolutely. And it's going to be on the site too, which should release this weekend. And if it does release this weekend, I'm going to be talking to all of you in the Academy group, and you're all going to get back offices. You're all going to get your own affiliate links. You're all going to get your own logins so that your training is secured. It's all going to be in your back office. Okay. You mean like one that goes down into 10? So the new indicator will be available for renting from Mark at a monthly basis. He's doing a pretty low price. I honestly told him that he should charge more, but he's being really generous with it. I think it's gonna be like $20 or something. But That's his choice if he wants to be generous like that. I think they're entirely too valuable to be putting it out for $20. But you can all thank Mark for that. Let me go see if I can find a buy. When will it be available? It's up to Mark. Let's see. See these new alerts popping. I don't know if you can see these on the screen share, but there are new alerts popping up for spider setups. Let's see, AJ, and there it is. There's a spider setting up, just like Mark's indicator said. That's amazing. But is it a 2.0? Yeah, almost. Give that a few more minutes. Let's see. Let's go to a pair like GJ. Okay, so down here is resistance. You're not trading anywhere in the zone just quite yet because it's not onto the curve before this double wick happened. Right here, it's on the curve, so you're looking for a trade in here. This trade shot down while it's still on the curve, but they haven't touched yet. So you take it, you win all the way up here. Right here, yeah, you could have still taken that even though this wick is shorter. And right here, if you were going to take a trade, this would be your absolute last trade because they're about to touch right here. Once they touch, you stop trading. You stop looking in that zone, you move on. Or once they go too parallel. Let's see. Take auto scroll off. Back. Right here, anywhere in this curve would have won. They start to touch, you just stop trading. And see what happens when they're touching. You see how they're intertwined and how this moving average came down. Technically, you should have been able to take this, but this one went even lower, so you would have lost right here. But if you're following the moving averages, you wouldn't have taken that trade. It would have disqualified it, and you wouldn't be taking any trades right here, which you would have lost on the original. Yep, that's really it. Any other questions before we are ending? Okay, so I'm going to end this really quick. We are going to come back here. I'm going to post a part 2 link into the... What about AJ? What about AJ? We should take a double wick. Take it on the first one. Still wait. Still follow all the same rules. These are just additional precautions that allow you to skip news and skip liquidity. So what we're going to do is we're going to end this. I'm going to post a part 2 link, and then I'm going to let Chris talk in that webinar, and he's going to go over the money management plan that will allow you to sustain heavy losses, still be in profit, and gain money rather quickly. Using AJ. I don't remember, Sean. So, no, I was on GJ. So I'm about to end this, and just meet me back here in part 2.